Well, while you guys figure out what you're gonna do, I'm gonna start the stream.
Let's do it.
All right. You guys figure out what you're gonna do.
Now, let's do it.
All right. Well, we'll just do the small talk now because right now this is where everybody's getting blasted with an ad. So
Yeah.
Hey, just so you know, there's a sale on meat sticks for $3 a stick, grass fed. Oh, I think they probably skipped through them by now. How you boys doing?
How's it going?
Doing good. How's it going?
Not bad. So if we're doing this right, we're streaming on both my channel, Scout75, and the Shacking Off channel that Norm and Greg run. So I think it's working. So hooray for that. And basically, I had the idea of let's have your old school happy hour style video live stream that we all like to do and like to watch just for the fun of it and celebrate that Shacking Off has reached the 1,000 sub mark, which, for a YouTube channel that takes their stuff serious, that's a milestone that they can hit pretty quickly and easily. But I think it's worth you guys celebrating because you took the approach of getting 1,000 subs by releasing one video a year.
Yeah.
We're
pretty proud of it. Thanks, Jane.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What this teaches the kids is you can just lay around the house, don't do nothing. Yeah, and things just come to you.
It's just like
we got ham radio privilege.
You just kind of mess around with it for an hour and you just leave the computer on when you go to bed and you come up and things take care of itself.
Yeah. It's like, holy crap, all my work's done for the day. How'd that happen?
Yep. So, with that, do you guys got any plans for the channel? I've been kind of pushing you, Norm, a little bit to start doing stuff, live streams and stuff. We attempted, a couple of months ago of doing a collaboration live stream like this where you show me how to set up a bulletin board system on a Raspberry Pi, and we screwed it up and only showed it on mine, but was meant to be to yours.
Yeah, and that video lasted an hour and a half. For something that should take you about 20 minutes to do.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy from North Spain. I saw in your comments. He goes, I finally figured it out thanks to your video. Thanks, guys. And I'm like, oh, crap. He watched our video to figure this out.
I saw that, and it's like, normally I'll reply, thanks, how's it going? But I'm like, I'll just give him the heart to acknowledge I saw it, and I feel bad because it's like, boy, you're like you said, you're watching me screwing everything up, trying not to swear, and you trying not to lose your shit and swear at me for being an idiot. Oh
yeah, just go watch one of Smart Jason's video.
Yeah,
or really. One of the many videos we linked to
that. Yeah. But so, are you gonna start doing stuff like that, Norm, or?
Yeah, well, we started in 2019 our channel, and there wasn't really much YouTube stuff going on. And I would search ham radio this or ham radio that, and I would find these old videos from like 2011. I was like, I'm looking for a key, and it'd just be a guy going, and it would be like the worst video quality and just everything. And I was like, I can do this if I just give things a go. And then COVID happened and all these other channels joined up making way better content than we do. So I was like, if I've got something to say that everyone else isn't saying, then I'll make a video about it.
So you had the timing to catch the big wave, and when that wave came, you said,
I ran through the barrel. I was like, I surfed down the barrel and got a couple videos with 50,000 plus views, and I was like, all right. Now what
Oh
I
yeah,
do?
and if I remember, you had one where you were like, how you can put up a wire antenna in a residential area, nobody will see it, and like the DX Commander commented on it, saying it was a good video and cool stuff.
I know that was right before COVID when people weren't doing that thing. And basically what you do is throw a wire into a tree. And
Yeah.
I did a 20-minute video on that.
Yeah,
Documentary style.
Hook it to a tuner, call it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Well-
that's what got it got like 30,000 views pretty quick. For some reason, it hit the algorithm, right, Norm?
Yeah.
Al Gore's rhythm.
And the best part about it, Norm's just like, it's a stupid video, and everybody's commenting. You need to paint your icon tuner. You know, it comes with like marine white. You know, just like
it comes bright white.
Yeah,
it's like to hide it. If you really want to hide it, you should paint it brown
or camo.
paint it camo.
That was all the comments on it.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I just spent $330 on that. I really don't want to spray paint it.
Well, that's the secret for getting engagement with your videos and stuff. A lot of people do that, you know, like with memes and stuff too. If you have like a spelling error in your thumbnail or you say something purposely wrong, you'll get tons of comments of people correcting you, and that's kind of like a little secret I've been told. I actually have like 3 or 4 videos I started editing, and they're all on handhelds. And I'm going to put right in the thumbnail. I'm going to call the video and have in the thumbnail. I'm not going to say handy talkie or handheld or HT. I'm going to call it a walkie talkie. But I won't say walkie talkie during the video at all. But I'll guarantee you on every one of them, I'll get somebody going, actually, walkie talkie is not the correct term. You know, people who won't even watch the video will leave a comment. And I'm like, bring it on. Feed Al Gore's rhythm.
Yeah, it's like those videos I click on that says hot girl likes ham radio, and I click it and I just scan through. That girl's never in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
All right. Fun. But then, you know, you started off with some, and I know you put some pretty good videos with kind of your tism, Norm, with Morse code keys and stuff. You find some antique collectible ones, and you actually give a little background on them stuff. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, that's one thing that I kind of want to do with the channel. I'll share my screen.
Oh shit.
Let's see how to do this.
Yeah.
How do you share? What do you click
Our
on?
friend Kevin has a good point. Yeah, we're all at mercy of the algorithms.
The plus thing at the bottom of the.
Oh, percent. Oh,
Yeah.
that's totally not intuitive.
As you can tell, we practice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very hard.
This is why we had a pre-production meeting, but we were just there, and Shane was like, "There's no blow for me," and he's like, "You got Diet Sprite instead of regular Sprite?" I'm like, "God," and he's like,
You didn't pick out the brown M&Ms?
"Yeah." All right. Oh, so here's my website I've had for a few years, kc9csc.net.
Oh, I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to make a telegraph key museum because over the past 20 years, I've collected over 120 different telegraph keys. and I just started this using old pictures that I had and trying
Wait,
to come
time
up
out.
with
How many do you have?
136.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, plus a bunch of parts. So,
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to derail you, but that's an impressive collection, my friend.
And well, I've seen you get into the key collecting forums and you get to see a lot of folks that have a lot more than I do and a lot more expensive keys. I kind of keep two inexpensive straight keys, but here was just an attempt to try to figure out how to organize this.
Sure.
So mostly I collect SpeedX keys. So here I give a little history of things I've learned, and a lot of different. These are all my keys here,
Sure.
and these are all taken on kind of a little bit more low resolution cameras than I have now.
But you do have a nice, clean, modern-looking website, unlike most ham radio websites.
Yeah, but I need to change it so I can click on this. Yeah, I don't like what I'm using here. But yeah, so here you got the SpeedX practice sets from the 30s and 40s. And they're all a little different because SpeedX was made in 5 different locations throughout the years. And yeah, the oval keys, some of the gold keys that they made in the 90s, rectangular keys that they made since 1938, and just slightly different styles. This is probably the oldest one. And then they kind of beat them up later on. The Master Straight keys from the 70s, which actually has a reed switch in there instead of an actual contact. So it's really a unique way of keying. And I think the only SpeedX key I do not have is the Chrome version of this. And they also made some avionic keys here. So, and black and chrome, which aren't too well thought of, but yeah, they have their ups and downs. And then some of the Tronic keys I have. And yeah, I kind of started this.
Those are your favorites, right?
Yeah. And I kind of started this, and so this is one of the it's actually not venture. It's a triangle racer that I restored here, and that's all. When I got this was all just a big hunk of green metal that's been left in someone's garage, and polished it up and got it nice. And this is the French key, and at the bottom I just put this here because the smartest and coolest guy I know.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing, but in all of this, it's like I kind of want to do my Key Museum website, and I'm thinking about doing it hand in hand with YouTube videos.
Sure.
So like short 2-minute videos saying here's the key, here's what it is.
Sure. So then on your website,
and if I can come up with a good ranking system,
yep,
all the better.
So that way on your website for each key you have, when you click on the picture, you get a description. You can also click on the YouTube link to watch the video on it and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Very cool. And then he'll post a few videos on your channel just for comic relief.
Yeah, we found during that time, 2020, and so that's when YouTube was trying to compete with TikTok and doing these shorts. So we discovered that, and then That's where all the, chugging drinks and all that stuff came about.
Yeah.
Not to be serious. Didn't expect people to watch them. I think the actually did one that's ham radio related with a Go Box, and it got some good views and good comments. But it's probably my least favorite one to do. But it's the only one I remember doing. So
The others were there's a few in there that I had you take down when I was looking for a new job.
Yeah.
I was like, in case you do a background check, and
Oh, buddy.
I gotta step out for just a second. Be right back.
All right. Oh, that's funny. No, some of the comedic shorts that your brother put out there, Norm, just cracked me up.
Golden. Perfect.
yeah,
oh,
this is my favorite if I can indulge you guys.
absolutely.
Indulgence.
All right.
As if I haven't been indulged enough by you.
Wow, he's bringing it up. How you doing tonight, Sam?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Norman's a good guy.
Oh yeah.
Picks me up, drags me or kidnaps me, drags me to Huntsville.
Yeah. And we'll
And
get. Yeah, we're gonna do a deep dive into the Huntsville tonight too.
And but yeah, great people.
Yep. And Mike, I couldn't agree with you more. The Christmas quota is just
Yes.
that one, and then visiting his grandpa in the cemetery. That one.
Oh, that's what I was going to show.
Okay. Oh, good. You queued up, Norm? Oh, yep.
All right. There we go. And everyone's like, Craig's so funny. And it's like, yeah, but I write the jokes.
Do we want to wait till he's back? A
couple years ago,
I
go and do. I started a tradition a couple years ago where I go and do Parks on the Air Christmas morning. I asked the kids to come, Timmy, Nathan, and Justina, but they wanted to open up presents instead. Their loss. I think this Christmas is going to be different than the rest. I think I'm going to make a contact on Christmas Day. Maybe some peanut butter whiskey will help out. Sounds delicious. Kilo Delta 9, Mike Uniform Golfer and CQ for Parks on the Air. Spring Mill State Park, Park K269. Yeah, that was back when I smoked. And I guess I was probably 100 more pounds back then. Now I'm skinny.
No, yeah. I think you look skinnier there than you are now.
It's all the camera angle.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you're watching on my stream, you'll see pinned to the top of the comments, I got a link to my 46Climbs fundraiser. Those that follow my channel know that one thing I support dearly is 46Climbs. Is a annual event for raising awareness and funds for the American Society for Suicide Prevention. I don't talk about it too much on the channel, but every year I try to do something. Last year, well, first back up how 46Climbs works. It was a event that was started out on the east in the White Mountains by a group of friends who lost a friend who took their own life, and to raise money, they decided to climb the 46 summits in the White Mountains that are above 10,000 feet. They did not climb all those summits within a week like their plan was, but they did raise money and they made it an annual thing. So it's usually the week of Labor Day, week-long thing where people who are into hiking and mountain climbing and that kind of stuff will start a pledge drive to raise money and go on a nice hike or a climb or a series of hikes and climbs. Last year I went up onto or quite often I'll go up onto Superior hiking trail along the Nisqually North Shore. There's a few summits on the air summits, so I'll combine my two favorite pastimes of hiking and ham radio and do a summits on the air activation. This year, I don't know what I'm doing for sure because I might postpone it for a week or two afterwards because I got some crazy stuff going around that makes me have to stay close to home for 4 more weeks. But enough about that. But at any rate, I'll do something soon, and I always have a fundraiser for that. In the past, I'd leave the link to it in each of my videos, but that fundraising page I got to renew every year, and it's never the same. So I figured it get too confusing if I put links into it, and then a year or two later, the video somebody clicks on it, it doesn't work. So, but I'm gonna do more to mention that cause because, like I said, for me, bringing the awareness is more important than bringing the money. The money helps, but just having awareness, especially in this day and age where everything is crazier and crazier, just know that if you're struggling, if you challenge yourself, just know that there's people out there that care about you and love you. And if you're doing good, do the good old fashioned buddy check. Check in on your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers. If somebody seems a little off, let them know that you care. It could mean the difference. So, for the rest of the year, whenever I do a live stream, I will have that link. So if you're willing and able, please help me out. If not, that's no big problem. I'm not worried about it. Again, I'm going to make more effort to just raise the awareness. And this is a happy hour, and that's not a happy subject. I just want to throw that towards the beginning here, and then just move on. So again, at the top of the chat, there's a link. And if you're into it, thank you very much. If you're not, no problem at all. So with that, let's get into the fun topic, the Huntsville Ham Fest. That's from my angle, I'm really not a convention kind of guy. I've gone to way too many conventions and trade shows and stuff like that for work and even stuff for fun and hobbies. I just don't really like crowds and shuffling through aisles of people trying to sell me stuff that, while it's really cool, it may not be what I need. It's just not my kind of thing. But I like the Huntsville Ham Fest mainly because, like a lot of the ham radio tube got its big boost during the COVID days when we weren't able to do anything else. And of the major ham fests, Huntsville was the first one that says, all right, things are clear. Let's start the fun again. And this big YouTube ham tube community that kind of grew over the year or two before that, we're like, hey, let's all, bunch of us as possible can get down there and meet each other because somebody beat me to it. Because not only the boys and girls that put up the YouTube channels themselves, but all the fun people who are always in the comments when you do the video premieres and the live streams and stuff, and then the Discord servers and other Facebook pages and stuff that came out after it. We formed a pretty tight knit, fun community online, and it's like, hey, let's meet each other in the face Like Frequency Frontier says, Monsanto makes it great. It's the state campground that's up on the mountain overlooking Huntsville, where everybody comes up and meets. And the first year that popped, I was like, boy, I'd like to go down there. That'd be fun. And then I seen all the videos and stuff that came from it. It's like, yeah, I definitely gotta go down there because that is fun. And last year I made my first trip down there, and it was so much fun because I met other YouTubers and the regulars in the forums and the chats and stuff, and it was just like hanging out with people who have been who well, it wasn't just like, it was hanging out with people who I've been friends with for years. And even though it's the first time we met face to face, it was not awkward, it was not weird, it was just like, oh hey, how's it going, And the Shacking Off brothers, I think you've been there every single year. Correct me if I'm wrong, if not close to it.
We did this was the 5th year.
Mhm.
So it was 2021 was our first. That was kind of when Clubhouse started,
Mhm.
and got to meet those guys the first year. And I don't know, it's just funny, you get to meet your fans down there, Shane. Shane went not knowing what to expect, and he left with 2 broads, one on each arm. He had time of his life.
Yep. And when I went down there, we hang out with you guys all the time online, and we're trying to get Sam to go because Sam lives in Alabama, and we're making stuff. And at the last minute, Sam couldn't make it, which was a bummer for me. But this year, Sam did make it. So, Sam, tell us about you. What are your thoughts on the Huntsville
First of all,
experience?
I got kidnapped by Norman Miller. He threw a pillowcase over my head, tied me up, threw me in the back of the car, and I had
told your mom not to say shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had the best time of my life.
Yeah.
And then, but as it's coming out, his son comes out. It's like, leave my daddy alone. I'm like, witness, Greg, and Greg tackles him.
You're coming too, kid.
He gives him a bunch of punches in the back of the head, puts the pillowcase.
Like, you can't leave a witness around.
So it was like, I go up there, or me and Caleb ride with Norm, and
my wife.
And Becky, yeah.
Yeah.
God, don't ever ride in the car with those two. No. But
turn here, turn now. I'm like,
now
and when?
Yeah. When do I turn? Now.
Where?
But
you never seen spousal abuse, the other way around, right? The woman,
right?
Well, someone's got to keep Norm in line.
So we get to the cabin, and we never left the mountain. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, I was content. I got to go to Jason's on Saturday night. Kind of just walk up to people and says, "Hey, what do you know about KM4EEO? What do you know about Sam Weaver?" MRD looks at me and says, "You son of a bitch. Give me a hug."
Awesome.
Yeah. So that was good. Everybody was throwing stickers my way. So I met a lot of people up there. It was great. And it's like, you're not meeting strangers because they've heard our voices. They've seen us in video chats,
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing weird about it. So yeah, I look forward to going back. Great times.
Yeah, I look forward to it too. For me, it's quite a hike, and so I said right away, it's like, I'm coming back. That's going to be probably like every other year or every 3 years or something like that. But I definitely will be back because for me it was the same experience. I did go down to the Hamfest for a little while, and I did check out the Space and Rocket Museum. But yeah, if I never left the mountain, I would be content. It'd be
Well,
worth it just for that.
Shane, you have that Wisconsin meetup you've been going to, right?
Yeah,
So that's kind of like that's growing to about the point of what Huntsville was the first couple of years that I went. So like this year, I showed up on Friday at around noon, 12:30.
Yep.
And I was before I even go to my campsite, I'm just like, I know they're at the pavilion cooking, and we'll check it out.
Yep.
The pavilion parking lot was totally full, and the roads were lined up.
Yep.
So you had to park on the side of the road and then hike in. And I've never seen so many people there. This was like, that day. Somebody said, I think they got on the local repeater and said the ham radio YouTube guys are cooking. Show up. So there were so many people there.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was good. I didn't even go to eat, but I just went to just say hi and see who was there. And, I was there maybe 20 minutes and went and set up camp. But yeah, it's huge now.
And our buddy Izzo's with us. Thanks for stopping
Kyle
by.
said you ate 20 hot dogs. And you were doing that trick where you put them in the water and chug them down faster. You were saying I didn't even get my energy.
That's cheating.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't even chew them. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, what you brought up, the Wisconsin ham radio camp out. This will be the third year. It started by YouTuber Michael KB9VBR. If you haven't seen his channel, check it out. He's a great guy and huge Porta guy. He does a lot of camping into our state park system. And for years, him and a few of his friends always did an annual camp out, kind of the end of the camping season type thing in October. Kind of a good wind down and stuff like that. And a few years ago, they said, well, hey, why don't we, open it up to basically the public? And because, Michael has a pretty large following on YouTube. I think he has like 60,000 subs or something like that. And so 2 years ago now, he put the invite out, and I think there was like 40 some campers that showed up. We took up maybe half the state campsite or the state park that was at. And since it's the Wisconsin camp out, they made the decision that each year let's have it at a different location. The first year was in the northern part of the state. Last year it was towards the southern end, and then this year is more towards the central. And each year we're going to go to a different state park to make it a little easier for everybody, And last year, well, he made a couple videos from that. I made a video from it or two. And last year he said we're going to do it again. And he does like a monthly live stream like I do. And he said on the January live stream, we're going to announce which state park it's going to be in. And last year he made the announcement at the beginning of his live stream. And by the end of his live stream, 3/4 of the campsites were booked. I think there's close to, I think at the end that the whole campsite was booked, or the whole campground was booked. And I'd say 90% of the people were there for a ham radio. And we completely threw the camp or the park crew out of whack, because that's like one of the last years that campground's open, and usually, or last weekends of the year that campground's open, because it's after they turn the water off to the showers and stuff like that. So typically they get a handful of campers, and also this place is packed. You're like, what the hell? And it's all ham radio people. And this year the same thing. It's always in October since the spring. The entire campsite or the whole park this year is booked. So it's growing and growing. Michael does a good job of being a good host. He'll open up his camp, kind of like what Jason 2.0 does. Is his campsite's kind of the meeting spot. He'll on Saturday morning he'll fry up a couple pounds of bacon and get a few pots of coffee going so people come over to meet. Saturday night there's a potluck at his place, which is always great food, and the rest of the time everybody just kind of does their own thing, wanders around, check out each other's gear. People meet up and go off on roves and stuff like that, and a few people will do a like a half-hour presentation on some ham radio topic, Morse code, Parks on the Air 101, or a deep dive into radio and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie, and it's very much like Huntsville. And for me, just rambling on off loud, I think that's the way we got to go throughout, is to I think that's the new ham radio club, in my opinion, is start doing group outings type of stuff. Not necessarily parks on the air or camping, but if you're into FT8, to have an annual meetup where you meet at somebody's house and do that kind of stuff and share the knowledge and share the fun. But yeah, kind of went rambling there. But back to Huntsville, there's always some funny event. What are some of the stories that some of the other YouTubers don't dare mention that you guys have no shame and want to mention?
Well, I could tell about the time where me and brother Dan took Shane to eat some pizza.
Oh yeah,
and dropped him off at the restrooms. But no, I'm not gonna share that story. But Shane knows what I'm talking about.
I meant this year. Yeah, we could always talk about that at another time. That might be a good fundraiser thing if we get to. How about this? That could be like the end of the year type goal.
Yeah.
I got a goal to raise $1,000 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The link's on the top of the chat if you'd like to make the donation. If we could do like a New Year's type thing, and I know there are other YouTubers who are watching this and will probably watch this, and I will do that on if there's like a New Year's happy hour live stream on a bigger channel that has like hundreds of people watching. I will tell the story of how I crapped my pants at Huntsville.
That's a good
crapped
one.
our pants at Huntsville.
It is a comical story, but we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right, so frequency.
You've never been to Montesano unless you crap your pants.
Yeah.
Like the little Billy Madison. You ain't cool.
Oh, I don't have merch, but there could be a T-shirt, huh? So what?
Yeah. I'm kind of drawing a blank on who Frequency Frontiers.
He is what's his call sign? KM4 GM or something. I don't remember, but he's the one of the brothers, the red bearded, ginger bearded brothers on the YouTube that we watched the other night.
Oh, okay.
Throw your name out there. We've met you a few years. Yeah, there it is. He's got the sticker.
I got the sticker.
What's the sticker say? KY4GM. That's it.
Yeah, KY4GM. 2 beers and a plan.
Yeah.
All right.
I met him for the first time last year. Hell of a nice guy.
Oh yeah, and he has a prepping channel now, and it's
really?
very Greg and I watched it the other night together, and it's very entertaining.
Yeah,
I like
it's
the first
It's
video
kind of like
they
shacking
did.
off with red beards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like shacking off with bears. First video they just pull out poo poos. It's like they haven't hit the YouTube algorithm yet.
Well,
Yeah,
link,
I'm going to pull out one. See?
well, link in
No,
the
you pulling
chat,
out
boys.
PPUs.
Let's
I'll
promote
show
them.
All right, yeah, let's promote them. So here's the scan that you. Can we actually do this on YouTube?
Hold it down. There you go.
you. Yeah. I like how Norm tries to touch it to his monitor instead of his webcam.
Two Beards and a Plan is the channel.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, good stuff. Good guy.
all
we
of
have
us are
fun with
standing
him.
at a computer.
All right.
I'm already on it.
Quit sharing it. Quit sharing my screen.
Yeah.
It's making me uncomfortable.
He didn't vacuum today. Come on.
I know. I vacuum every day. What are you talking about? Place is immaculate.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Found all my ham radios that accused you and Mike NAYO of stealing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, where is this radio? I know.
I told Pat or Dan, our brother Dan, I was like, I bet he didn't even bring it. I bet it's laying in his shack and forgot to pack it.
No, I remembered what I packed. But I also remember to put radios back where I put them.
Yeah.
And
I just saw your ICOM and your scanner sitting out. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think he even whipped it out, you know?
I probably didn't whip it out.
You whipped it out, but not the radio, right?
Oh, yeah. What did I whip out? The icon.
We're trying to post links in the chat to help out frequency front stickers, and you guys are talking about whipping things out. Come on.
We're talking radios, Shane.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
We're a radio YouTube channel, and we're very serious about it.
Yes.
Oh, they're replying is beards, not beers. So you gotta fix my Midwestern.
Yeah. Yeah. So
All right.
sorry, I
So
got a lisp. It's protected. It's
What?
protected by the government. You know,
Yeah.
your protective class.
Yeah.
So if they
Right.
say anything about them, we'll report them.
So I know the Shacking Off brothers usually bring a gift. So I hear you guys brought microphone covers.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and apparently people didn't like them. You know, they thought, you know that like so. You know,
The
early-
first time we bought them
few years,
yeah.
everybody loved our stuff, right? Now they're getting a different class of people coming around. You know, that aren't quite like Clubhouse, like Ham Radio Clubhouse type guys, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, so they're a little bit more, you know, stickler on their, you know, on their stuff. So apparently they left them hanging around Jason's camp, and we felt bad about that. We don't want trash laying around. So
No,
all I want to say is if you don't want it, don't take it.
exactly.
Yeah. Just because Greg hands you something doesn't mean you have to take it.
well, he's a pretty big dude and kind of intimidating. So I
Yeah, and I say I didn't. And if I need to quit saying take this or else.
Yeah.
He's just a big old teddy bear with a pissed off attitude.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah,
Should we?
they were nice, and the you know the normal guys loved them.
Yeah.
And Norm knows why he did what he did when he ordered them. You know, there was a story. There was a story behind it. You know, why it was lubricated microphone covers.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the year before you gave
Well,
away.
you tell the story why I hold it up.
Yeah.
Year before,
So this was yeah. So it's lubricated. So
Oh.
We sent them
single
out.
use
So
packaging and everything. I mean, that seems pretty nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 years ago, and it says Huntsville 2025 on it, right?
Right.
But last year it was this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just started giving them out by the handsfuls because we had so many.
Yeah. Isle makes a good point.
Yeah, Norm's
You
getting
weren't
it.
giving them to him outside of the packaging.
Well,
or
I don't
anything.
think it fits the black mics.
What? Oh.
Oh, oh funny.
Put it over your head.
I haven't seen
so-
that trick since my 20s.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah. That was
So-
a regular at one of the old watering
I don't even
holes.
know how to use these.
So there was a story with Joe Brett where he got one from Huntsville 2023.
what,
And-
what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah, I think you make you swim faster.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, he just blew it apart.
Oh jeez. I'm getting
It
pregnant.
helps you swim better, Norm.
Norm said,
That's how the Olympics swim, you know.
Norm
I've seen
bro.
Waterworld.
Yeah, Norm broke it and says, now I'm getting pregnant. But so Joe Brett got one of the original ones that just was standard gold packaging, says Huntsville 2023. Thanks for coming. And Joe Brett just chucked it in his shack, you know. Hey, it's on my desk or whatever. And his wife, you know, found it and said, Joe, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he said, turn it over and read it. And then she's like, oh, yeah, I know those guys. That's good.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, Joe Brett told me that story where you got him into trouble with Miss Noel when she found
Yeah,
it.
she's like, what?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, we made him more discreet this year.
Yeah.
But then we had a bunch of, you know,
Yeah.
people come in that didn't know us, you know, thought it was
Yeah.
crude, didn't think we were fun, whatever.
Yeah,
And that's
well,
fine. We'll change it up.
we put this is stuck in Izzle's crawl. He's worked up about this, and understandably, he's like, so the military can give him out, but not Greg. Well, Greg, maybe you need to be wearing fatigues and, you know, like a drill sergeant campaign hat on, and just
Stolen Valor. We
Yeah,
can't do that.
last time I was wearing a camo hat. I was just on the beach, you know, walking through, and this guy's flying a kite with his kids. And I can, you know, it's windy. You know, the beach is windy. You know, it feels good. And he said, thanks for your service. And I was like, okay, thanks, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I think he just told me thanks for service. And I went back and told him, hey, I didn't serve. I didn't hear what you said. You know, I just like this hat. You know, it wasn't even like, it was Cryptex camo. It's just a hat.
yeah.
So till this day, I don't wear a camo hat anymore after that because I don't want to be accused of that.
Awkward.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But then I was like, don't F with me still because, you
Yeah.
know, just because I didn't serve doesn't mean I can't F stuff up.
Yeah. We went to Terry Mineral Karate middle school kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some, you know, you talk about the stolen valor. That's something that I try to be extra careful with because, you know, my channel theme is more on the preparedness side, and I got a lot of molly gear and that kind of stuff. And I try to make sure it's clear that I'm not trying to say that, you know, any military stuff because I never served either, and it's awkward because I was just raised in a military family where, you know, I'm contradicting myself, but you never wear a hat inside unless you're at a bar or a barn or a garage, right? I'm wearing a hat just because I have this room dimly lit so you don't see what a mess it is, and then with the studio lights here, I just with my bald head is
I was
just
about to say shines.
yeah, it just shines. But I never wear a hat indoors. I'm always yes sir, thank you, and stuff like that, and try to walk straight. Where I worked before, they had on Veterans Day, they always do a thing for everybody that served at work. They get a pin and stuff like that. And I'm at my desk doing my job, and our department assistant came back and goes, "Here you go, Shane." And she hands me this pin. I'm like, "Thanks, but I can't take that. I didn't serve." She's like, "What do you mean you didn't serve?" I'm like, "I didn't." She goes, "Well, you're always good posture, and you're saying ma'am and thank you, and you take your hat off." And I'm like, "I have good manners and posture. That does not mean I was in the military, So it's
Yeah,
and,
just
and
because I look like a badass don't mean
yeah, just because I look like a badass does not mean I'm a badass. I am not a badass
Right.
for sure. And you see that a lot, like in the gun tube stuff, where Stolen Valor and just those rumors can ruin. So I avoid that all the time. Yeah, no kidding. There's some places where if you don't have camouflage on, I think you're just a SETI F.
But it has to be Timberland, right? Was that the thing that's going on?
It's like mossy oak or
mossy oak.
yeah,
I remember
the hunting stuff.
Yeah.
Norm used to wear some pretty. He had some snow pants like with suspenders that were pretty cool to go out in the snow in.
Yeah, but they were
back when we were kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what was it? Mossy oak.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I gonna find any mossy oak? It's all birch and just scraggly woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, one of them blend in the hair.
Are we gonna talk about woods porn again?
Nah.
We could. Let's go.
All right.
Glad Norm wasn't at the primitive camp this year.
Yeah, we didn't even go discovering. We could. I guarantee we could have walked around and found some woods porn.
Wait, I think you went discovering because when you guys were sitting in that primitive site over there, that deer was in love with our brother Pat, KD9MUH.
No,
Dan,
it was
whichever.
dog.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, he was in love with.
He fell in love with it.
With Dan's dog Sam, which is weird because we had Sam the dog and Sam KM4EEO, and it got a little bit confusing sometimes. It's like, hey Sam, you like peanut butter? And Sam's like, no. I'm like, wrong Sam.
Yeah, I like peanut butter
only
on bread. I like peanut butter only on bread.
I don't know.
We gotta let Sam out so he can.
But yeah, there was a deer there.
There was it was like 4 deer, but there was like one single one that just hung around and like loved the dog. And then when Dan took it for a walk, the deer sprinted towards him, and I said, "Dan, there's the deer coming!" And he turned around, and the deer stopped. Those deers are so used to people.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not scared. But it's
not at all.
Oh yeah, Frequency Frontiers. Yeah, Greg just put it in a headlock, and then after he choked it out, he just went, and then we ate it.
No, we did not.
Oh,
I choked it out, but I let it sit there and twitch for a little bit, and it just got up and got confused and went off.
He just wanted some loving from the wild wilderness.
I wasn't starving.
Yeah.
This wasn't the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You just choked it out for practice.
Yeah. I just choked it up.
Yeah,
I just choked it off because it was there.
Yeah, keep those skills sharp. You never know when you're going to have to.
Yeah. And why'd you go as you brought it down? You were like, shh. It's fucking weird, Greg.
It is a little weird.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right, so
Yeah, ham
We're
radio.
talking nonsense.
Ham
Okay,
radio.
so let's recap. You guys, Friday there's the big cookout at the pavilion where Norm's nemesis Kyle takes
Yeah,
control. and-
exactly. When Sam and Norm showed up, he's like, "We're here," and everybody was leaving the pavilion. You know, because
That happened last year when you and I showed up. As soon as we showed up, everybody started leaving.
Yeah. So
Weird pattern.
yeah, but they show up around 5. You know, and they were running it from like 10 o'clock. So
Yeah.
but they were there, and there was a bunch of people there, and it emptied out. But you know, Norm got there a little later. You know, which was fine. So I think, what do? We just pretty much spent the night at the cabin having a few drinks, right?
Right.
Talking around, singing karaoke in the cabin.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm bringing my guitar next year.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hear that? Sam's
so-
not even a little bit hesitant. He's hooked on Huntsville now.
I'm taking my own truck, so I can pack accordingly.
All right, we got him hooked. It just takes one trip.
Yeah, it does.
Because, like I said last year, you know, we're like, "Hey, Sam, you gotta come up there," and you're like, "I don't know," and you're like, "Come on, you're in state. You're hour and a half away." Well, I got this, and we worked, and then we got kind of a maybe, and then kind of a soft, yeah, I guess I'll be there, and then you said no, which I totally get because life happens. Then this year is kind of the same way, and Norm and our buddy Mike and AYO were like, "Oh, there's no maybes. There's no thinking about it. You're going because we're going to come down there and drag you." And you kind of went, "All right, I don't know. You know, I got the kid and stuff. Kids coming with, no excuses." And now that experience turned into, I will be there next year. So I love that. That's awesome. Now I definitely got to make it down there because you're the only one in this group I haven't seen face to face.
And you owe me something still.
Yes. Hey.
Whatever it says on that bottle, it's aged 2 more years by the time you get it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's enough.
I think it's aged 3 more years.
It's a replaced bottle with the same sticker.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oh, he's got the blow up doll.
Oh boy.
Right.
that's
It's
what he's bringing
a
to you.
big stand.
Since I walked away, it was a good time for me to get my second beer.
There
I
you
can't
go.
remember what it was.
I just thought you lived in a mansion. It took you a while. You had to take the elevator down.
I'll tell you what it was, Shang.
I think we were like on Zoom or Skype or whatever, and somebody was sharing a meme that somebody made themselves, who likes to make memes to pick on us and other people in the HamTube community. And it was of Jason 2.0, and it was making fun of his height because, in case you don't know, Jason's a little bit on the short side, and he has a little bit of a Napoleon complex, but we all love him. He's a great guy.
I think he's pretty tall and he's a good guy.
Yeah. I agree with Greg.
But all seriousness, he is a good guy.
Oh, he's super awesome. He
took it to heart, dude. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Dude,
But yeah, he's one of those guys that'll dish it out, but he doesn't take it quite as well, which makes you want to dish it out a little bit more. And somebody made this meme, and I'm like, somebody has to put that on Discord on one of the servers and stuff. And everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know." And I go, "I'll buy a bottle of Buffalo Trace for anybody that puts that on Discord." And I think it was like 3 seconds after those words came out of my mouth, it was on Discord.
I said, Shang, go look.
what was the meme?
I can't remember, dude, but I think it referenced height or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
So
challenge.
I got this bottle of Buffalo Trace with
Hang on,
Sam
hang
Weaver.
on.
Don't drink. It's been in my liquor cabinet for over 2 years now. This rode with me from northern Wisconsin to Huntsville, Alabama last year and back, and I didn't break it.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I don't put it on the edge of the table here.
Sit on the floor. Put it on the carpet.
But
just lay down, Scout. Lay down.
Yeah.
because I've been known to break a bottle of whiskey before with these guys. But yep, so I still have it, and it will be with you someday soon next year.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
The best thing about going camping with Scout, I'm like, Scout. It's like, I'm like, I'll bring up this cart. Well, because we had like a 50-yard hike back to our cabin from the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, right, it's Scout. So we'll just put the cooler in this little caddy and we'll pull that back. And I'll put my backpack on his backpack on me. It's Scout. It should weigh probably 15 pounds max because, he's super awesome with the outdoors. People cross all the hikes with 15-pound bags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with technical
Definitely
gear.
trail.
And he's like, this has 120 pounds of coax put on your back. And I'm like, oh. Oh, like he's like, it's LGR 256. He's like, it's pretty good for RF, but can also work for HF. Yeah, I'm like, what?
So, do you remember that Iowa camping trip, Shane?
And then I was bringing it down, and then you're carrying another huge ass bag.
No, so we we went for just a kind of hike, and we actually hiked down to that beach where you could swim on that river. It looked actually pretty cool,
Yeah,
Yep.
we should have
But
planned.
then we come back, and Norm just starts chucking it up. Remember, because our campsite
Oh
was
yeah,
up
he was doing the Rocky thing.
and then Norm was like standing on the edge of the rock going, and we're like, Norm, you're gonna fall and fuck up, we're just worried for you. He never did, but
Yeah.
like he scared us a few times.
When Norm gets into party mode, it's like, oh boy, what is this?
I wasn't in party mode. I was in hiking mode.
Same thing.
I just remember sitting there on the porch, where we did the Parks on the Air,
Yep.
and we're just sitting there having a beer, and this little girl just runs up that huge ass hill. She gets to the top and she just puts her hands on her knees and goes, and like gave it like 10 seconds of breathing and then started sprinting again.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish that's all I had to do because that killed my ass getting up that thing.
I wouldn't have made it up that hill.
There's no way I'd have ran up that hill.
I would fall down that hill and be winded still. Let alone trying to climb it. I don't know how they. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was a cool park.
Yeah, we should do that again sometime. Because I remember our friend Kyle was going to join us there too. Because that was the whole thing where Iowa was kind of like
equidistant
drive from your place, Greg, and Kyle's and my place. Kyle's.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 hours from you, like 6 hours from me, and it had been like 5 hours from Kyle. It was a long distance from Norm, but he was already going up there,
Yeah, because his in-laws were in Iowa, and then of course Kyle backed out at the last minute. But
yeah,
what
is that? That guy needs to straighten up.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's building a satellite. Last time I see him.
I don't know.
Kyle, he's that and his inflatable topper and
yeah.
Yeah. All of his inflatables. He loves them.
He got a hot tub he put in his garage. Now he has to back his
Oh, okay.
camper into the garage with his hot tub, inflatable hot tub. Because his line going full inflatables.
So on the back of his truck, he's got the inflatable topper, and he's got the inflatable hot tub in that, and he's sitting there for there. Does he have to put like a dive belt on her so that she doesn't like float away?
Wow.
No, the actual his it's called flated toppers, and
Yeah.
that was the first time I saw it in person. It was actually pretty sweet. Like for what it does, it does cost you some money, but to have a topper that's as strong as it is, and to be able to inflate it, roll it up, throw it on a shelf, not take up any room,
Yep. And we're talking about our friend Kyle.
Hey, Zero's head.
Ardberg. Yeah. He has a sister channel to his ham radio channel where he does his camping stuff, focused on his hiker trailer and all the stuff.
Square Drop Adventures.
Yep.
I was gonna say living for a living.
No, we don't talk about that channel.
Okay.
For a living. What's that channel?
That's temporary offline channel.
That's T.O.'s other channel.
Which is pretty good too.
It is.
Out.
What was I saying? I was watching Kyle's video on his inflatable topper. And my first thought, that's pretty stupid. That's just a money grab for the people who can't stop talking about overlanding, kind of like the CrossFit keto crowd. That's just a gimmick. Why would you bother with that? For the same amount of money, you can get a decent aluminum or fiberglass topper that will seal off better, that's more rigid. But like for Kyle's case, if you don't want a topper on all the time, now you gotta store this big ass hunk of metal either outside your garage or make a rack for it for someplace else. But that thing is it as good as a regular topper? No, but it's pretty damn good and will keep your shit dry. And when you're not using it, which you're not using it most of the time, it deflates and takes up like no space, and you can keep it right in there. And it's actually, once you get past, and that's just me where I'm so jaded now where I see any new product, I think, that's just a gimmick. But when you get past that, it's like, okay, that does have a purpose. That is kind of cool, and I kind of like that thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. I got mine on there. It doesn't, it's not the perfect match, but spent $125 on it, and it's the one that angles up, so it gives you more room. That was my campsite for Huntsville.
Yeah,
I put a cot in there. I got a 6.5 foot bed.
Illegal?
No, it's not illegal. I didn't have any like crazy stuff going on in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They say no car camping.
It just throws you off that you have free candy spray painted on the side of it.
No,
yeah.
I don't have any of that weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's like 25 cent, 25 cent jawbreakers.
They were good.
Yeah, it's nothing's free, Ask gas or grass, nobody rides for free. That's right. You remember? You remember that.
There ain't no free ride, son.
But no, I just set up. It's got slide. $125. I put it on there. It didn't leak. We had the big storm. It didn't leak. I opened up the slide windows at night. It has a screen built in.
Yep.
No bugs are coming in.
Yep.
Had the fan set up on the wheel well, pointing at my face. Slept all night. No problems.
Oh yeah. I
perfect one man. You see those people build those like beds and shit in the back of their
Yep.
camper shells. No, just pop a cot up. You know, you
Yep.
don't have to build anything. You just put the cot up.
Yep. Back
And-
in the day, you know, my dad always has a topper on his trucks, and I remember a couple of fishing and camping trips with him when I was little. He just had he found an old full size mattress that I kept out in the garage, and that would take up the bed of the truck, and put that in there, and me and him with that mattress and 2 sleeping bags and the lantern and stuff. That was where we were at, because rest of the camping trip, you know, we're out fishing and around the campfire and stuff like that, and
yeah, I felt my wife's first tit, you know, back in the day in my 79 Scottsdale at the drive-in. It was this is like 2001 or 2002 or 3 when we first started getting together. Went to the drive-in, checked the air mattress. It wasn't even an air mattress, like a mattress pad. And you know, it was 8-foot bed, single cab. It's a nice truck. Still got it. But you know, we were watching Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and Bad Boys 2. And then I fell asleep during the first movie, which is Pirates of the Caribbean. Still never saw one till this day.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but I didn't watch it. I slept because I was working.
Right.
I was working 2 jobs, working my, you know, dick in the ground. But I did wake up for Bad Boys 2. And then I was trying to film my first, you know, boob, you know. Didn't, you know, she's like, yeah, no, we're not doing this, you know. But guess what happened? Bringing everything you know, full circle. We slept in the back of it at the same time at Spring Mill, which now we live right there, you know. This is, you know, 200 yards away. I got to feel it. And then she slept in the cab.
After 22 years of marriage?
No, like this is like 2 weeks later. This is 2000.
Okay.
This is like September 2022, you know?
Yeah.
So now we're celebrating 23 years of being together.
oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah. All because of, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean and having a truck bed. That's all it's about, right?
Yeah. You think that's why she liked you? You're like, oh.
Oh yeah. She always tells me, she's like, the best thing was the first date we went on. You took me for a ride and you pulled over on the side of the road and took a piss. And I'm like, I had to go. We're just going for a ride, you know. Sometimes you gotta go.
You can do that.
Yeah, but when you're driving you know, it's a 78. I might say 79, but it's a 78. You know, it's a 3-speed with a granny, you know, granny gear. You know, you're driving a girl around on the bench seat. One of those things, they just fall in love.
Oh, I missed the bench seat. You can't do that these days.
My truck has a bench seat.
Yeah, it's just called a jumper now. He's got to lift up the armrest.
That's where Greg sits when he comes. I'm like, why are you so close to me? He's like, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm like,
he's like, I'll do the pedal.
Just put on the. I thought we were talking about ham radio, guys.
All right, sorry.
Get serious. Izzo's getting bored.
All right.
Izzo said his first one was a 77. It was brand new.
Wait, and not including 2 years shacking. Yes, rolled now. Yep, I'm at 20. I think we're going on 25 years. Becky and I.
No, that's not true.
All right. It wasn't say true.
We got married the same. We've been married at the same time, but you married her after 6 months.
No, it was. We had to do
remember.
3 years of courtship.
No, that's how
Yeah.
it was. I
Pork
remember,
chip.
because you were tapping that, that Jennifer chick, for a long time.
Jesus.
Let's got out of hand quickly.
It's, all right, guys. If you don't know, there's no Jennifer. It's all jokes.
Yeah. And Caleb's there. We need to get his thoughts on Huntsville Hamfest.
I don't have a mic set up for him.
You just gotta get out of the chair and let him sit.
He just needs to get to go into the mic. Look at
Oh, nap time.
no. Come on YouTube.
Even now he's
He got a toothache.
I thought he's over there watching Dick. That's when you pass out.
What's he getting
down.
toothaches from?
What?
What now?
I don't know. He was getting toothaches.
I do like that cowboy hat. Tell him to put it back on. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Grace, let's put the cowboy hat back on.
Yeah. I need a cowboy hat.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. No, you're not. Caleb's a good kid.
Thank you.
That's one thing we learned.
Yeah. And,
Not like
he loves honey buns.
Yeah, and he loves honey buns.
With oatmeal cream pie in the middle.
He said, I bought that pack of honey buns. He's like, oh, my dad loves these things. And all of a sudden, I'm like, you better leave some for him. He's like, nah. Snooze, you lose.
Pretty much.
Did you forget we're actually live, Greg?
No.
All right. What's the topic?
Ham radio.
Yeah.
All right. So, at the Huntsville Ham,
It's not my show.
either of you three actually do any ham radio?
Yeah, so
I
I made a contact with what's his name. So our brother Dan, he's like, all right, let's set up an antenna. So, you know, he pulls out his Zagu 5-watt QRP radio, and I set him up. You know, I just put his antenna, which was a Radio Waves 40-meter offset antenna dipole.
Okay.
And I put it up on my dude antenna mast. Check it out. We get set up.
The Giga Dude 25 or
Yeah, the one that you had that I bought.
Yep, that's an awesome. That's an awesome mess. All right, so you set that up in your at the cabin or your
at the campsite.
Yep.
So Dan, he just set it up on the hood of his Yukon, and
we're boring people in their head now. Thanks for hanging out, Frequency Frontiers, and it looks like we missed Izzo.
Izzo's gone.
Yeah, he gone. He's got to get up early, but I shouldn't have to say anything because he's gone, but I'm still going to say it anyways. Thanks, Izzo, for hanging out with us. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, he's the best.
That was 2 minutes ago. He's probably already sleeping.
Well, yeah, he'll.
Oh,
I don't need him to hear it. He's fine. Okay.
All right, I just started seeing 73s on that people are dropping.
But
take care, Ken.
Yeah, well, I'll say 73.
But back to your
But yeah, so we hook it up, and he wants to do some ham radio, and then he gets mic fright, right? I'm like, hey, you don't have to do an activation, but I'm like, you're 34 minutes before it becomes,
next day.
The next day. Yeah. So, maybe she'll hold off, and do an activation afterwards. So I'm like, but we could just hit parks on the air. You get your activations just making park to parks. You don't even have to activate.
Yep.
But his shit, you know, it wasn't coming in very clear. All this stuff. I'm like, hey, let me go get my 706. We'll hook it up. He's like, well, the receive should still be the same. I'm like, no. You think it's going to be the same, but it's not. That's a Zagu, you know, $300 radio or whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is, you know, I'm whipping out a 15-year-old ICOM. So this is going to be awesome.
And to be clear, you're not saying that you're going to have better receive because you got a QRO radio versus a QRP. To Dan's point, the power has nothing to do with the receive because you receive
No, but the radio has a lot to do with the receive.
Yeah, you have better guts in it, so your receive on that radio. So
I'll hook it up, and then, you know, I actually put the tuner on. I'm like, hey, if you want to do 40, you know, we could do 40 on your 20 meter stuff. We can hear what's going on. And then, you know, so we're scrolling around. It's good. Dan doesn't want to do it anymore. But I hear it's one of the guys. I can't think of his call sign right now, but he's one ham radio venture guy.
No, it was WD4 DAN. It was Dan.
Yeah, it was Dan from, like, that's on James's ham radio venture guys show, you know. So he was in the same,
yeah,
he was at the park, you know.
Yep.
And I was just like, I just made contact with him. I wasn't going to log. I was just messing around with them because they were doing activation. He's like, you want to log us to park? I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. He's like, well, I'm going to. I'm like, that's fine. But great contact. It was fun. 706 rocks.
Yeah.
You know, that's all we need is, you know, ICOM's bringing out, you know, 5200 or whatever it is. They're just bringing out stuff. All we want is a 706 Mark IIG. You know, you bring out the 7200 Mark II or the Mark, whatever it's called.
7300?
Yeah, 7300.
Yep.
Hey, is it all mode, all band? No. Then just make that one, and we just, you know, go that way.
Yeah. Now, I forgot about that. Yeah, the 7300 Mark II, that looks pretty cool. You know, that has me.
Yeah, it does look pretty awesome.
Yep. But I saw
like
there's a 5200. I didn't even see any videos on that, but I didn't even look. What's the 5200?
It's the 5100 dual band with color.
Okay.
I got the 5100 in here in my shack. It's great radio. Derek, you're right. But yeah, this, I don't know. I'm glad they're making something though, right?
Yeah.
ICOM's, you know, they were kind of not doing shit when Yaesu was doing everything.
Right. No,
so I'm glad to see him mix it up a little bit and definitely adding color.
Yeah, it's. I think the upgrades to the 7300 are pretty cool. It's stuff that a lot of people wanted right away, so that's pretty cool. It'd be interesting to do the same thing to the 9700.
I gotta think what the 9700 was.
That's their VHF UHF desktop.
Yeah.
It's like about the only 100-watt 2-meter 70 sim radio out there. It's like the same size and form factor as a 7300, but it's UHF VHF.
Oh,
it's a pretty sweet rig. I was tempted to get one of those.
Yeah, but it was, at that time it was, you know, what, like $800 more than 7300. Expensive.
Yeah, it ain't cheap. That's probably why I don't have it. But knowing what I know now, I kind of wish I kind of like to have one of those. Actually, I could see. You know, well, I don't have it lit, but I got the Yaesu 891 or 991A, all mold, all band. And it's a great radio. I like it.
Yep.
It's about the same at the time when I got it. It was about the same price as the 7300, and it took me like 6 months to decide because it's like, oh, do I want the at this time 5 years ago the latest and greatest entry level radio from ICOM, or do I want this all band all mold one from Yaesu? And flip a coin. You can't really go wrong with either radio, in my opinion. They're both great radios, but. And we did a live stream on that too, on the pros and cons of all mold, all band radios. And what kind of sucks for me is it's my fault for making assumptions and expectations that didn't check out. But I thought that you could have HF and VHF on two different VFOs at the same time. I thought that'd be great because on my weekly repeater nets, while I'm waiting for my turn to check in, I could be hunting parks and still listening to the conversation, but that's not the case. But if I got rid of that and got the 9700 and the 7300, and I got these like twin radios set up, then I could do that with the different radios. And I could, if ICOM gives a refresh to the 7300, I would be very tempted to get rid of that radio and replace it with the two ICOMs, just because I like ICOM's menu system so much better.
I like the sound better. I don't know if people notice it, but I notice it. When I hear a Yaesu, it just sounds, the sound is different. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just, the filters on it are different. And I just, I could manage with the Yaesu, every time I use it, but I'm like, it sounds totally different. It sounds subpar to Nikon. I don't know.
But Frequency Frontiers is echoing what I was lamenting about in that live stream about all mold, all band radios. Is it'd be great if they came back out with the 706 and Yaesu's was it 857. I don't know if Kenwood ever had anything, but a
857D or whatever.
Yeah, but a mobile / portable size 50-watt all band all mode with an internal tuner. Yep, size of the 89 891.
Why is it got to be 50 watts? Why not 100 watts, right?
I think getting something that compact would be a struggle, but I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I would love something like that. Even 20 watts. 20 watts is enough to get you where you want to go for the most part.
No, but ICOM brings out the 706. Just bring out the 706B or whatever. Just make the same thing you did 15 years ago.
Yep.
It would be a top seller.
Yep. Frequency Frontiers has it, and just I'm all for like a desktop or a field portable, like carrying from your car to a picnic table, 100 watt, but something's like an 891 size where you can throw in a backpack and take off with it for a little ways.
Well, Norm has that. It's called a 7100. The only difference is instead of the green screen, it's a white screen. It's bigger, but it's got the angled head, detachable face.
Yeah, that throws people off.
Yeah.
I was like, what's this? How are we going to carry this around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't mount straight to the radio. It's separate.
Yeah. I just make it look like a. No, I can't take it off.
Take it off.
All right.
Sam, take it off.
All right. I was going to take my 7100 off.
Yeah, it's just a phone cable.
I got 40 cables in the back.
I'll be all right. I got take care of business. You're right.
All right. All right. So new topic.
Yeah. What do you think about that? You know, that school shooting?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, it's like Shane's going. You know, we just got to talk about random
Yeah,
stuff.
and what do you think about
Yeah.
tariffs?
Yeah. Let's talk about tariffs, National Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's Shane's show.
They're bringing National Guard into Wisconsin, I heard. And Shane's gonna be like, I don't know about that.
I heard they're going to space. National
Yeah.
Guard going to space.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
There he is. Quiet.
right. So did you chug your beer this time, Greg?
No. Should have. I could do it. You
All
want
right.
me to do it?
Oh, we got someone in here.
Oh,
Look, it's daytime.
Yeah.
What's this West Coast guy doing over here? Is it-
West
how you doing,
Coast.
Derek?
I'm not a long-haired hippie. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, just BS and talk about Huntsville for the most part. And what do you know?
Well, I talk too much, so that's why I waited a while.
You have thoughts about the conversation that we've had?
Which one?
You weren't paying attention.
Any of the 30.
So,
Oh, that's
nothing.
why
What are you doing?
Say, don't hit me.
Uh
Say,
oh.
don't hit me.
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
That's why I say to my wife, don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Like, he's getting hit.
He's getting.
Yeah. That's what they
He's
do.
getting
That's what
smacked
these
up.
women these days, you
Yeah.
know, they're all, you know, it's all about woman power and stuff. And then all they do is beat the hell out of you.
It's not what your wife does to you.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
beat the hell out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm gonna say, you know, Sam learned his lesson, and that's why he's single now. Shane, he knew what was going on.
oh.
Shane's in.
All right, here he is.
All
Hey, his eyes a little puffy.
right.
Caught me right there. It doesn't hurt so much there, or there, but right there.
It's all red. Like
Hey, we need to tell Derek.
Tommy-
We need to
Tommy
tell
boy.
everyone where Derek's from.
Tear it up, Norm.
Somewhere in Utah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
yeah, from his compound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's only his first wife. The next one has to come and back him.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Oh.
Wow.
I can barely keep one happy, let alone any number.
Yeah, it's impossible. You can't make him happy.
Are you on
I
a
got
bouncy chair?
Me?
No, he's
Yeah.
just holding his phone.
Yeah, he's on a bouncy chair.
I'm in a hammock chair.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Oh, there's a kid with armed with a Nerf gun or a chicken.
Yeah.
Grab that chicken, see if it's all right.
Oh,
You got
Oh,
big
the
chaw
bugs.
in, Sam? Or Derek, you got big chaw in?
maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna figure out how do you handle chickens properly.
Very carefully.
All right. Can you show us on video?
No.
YouTube
with
is
you.
asking.
Not with you.
Derek, I thought you were gonna come in there and talk, you know, ham radio, but no, you're just
Yeah.
being silly.
All right,
Alright.
let me BS.
Yeah. Tell your kids to go to bed.
All right.
All right.
Tell your kid to
It's still daylight.
give you a chicken.
It's still day. I had one right here.
And grab it. Show
Is
me.
that sexual?
I want to see the chicken.
All
Now
right.
I feel like I should charge for this.
I know.
Well, we can link to your.
Yeah,
You know, we can link.
Show
to
them your big
whatever
white
pages.
chicken.
Yeah.
That's actually what she's got.
B what B big white
Wow.
BWC.
Do chickens actually like to be held?
Quit.
It sounds like they're loud. I don't think they really like it.
I know. When I was a kid and had to deal with chickens, I just had to grab them and just chuck them where they had to go.
Last time I caught a chicken, I just beat the hell out of Apollo Creed.
What?
Well, quit pawing at me and come here. Ow.
Yeah. That dog ain't catching chickens. Your belly's rumbling. You better get
Yeah.
some food.
What the hell's going on in Utah?
It's Utah. What do you expect?
There you go.
I'm just like, Derek's got that fence up there. I'm just thinking his neighbors are like, build a bigger fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you make it
We're
sound
gonna need to fix this. These people are look. He's hungry.
Poor dog's neglected.
Cookie,
Yeah.
cookie.
Showing the world his
40
empty
pound
bowl.
Is that a
He's
cat
sucking
getting
on
murdered in the
now.
background?
I know. But, yeah, it's a zoo.
Holy shit!
Derek,
Wow.
there you go, say.
Yeah, we got Derek here. No,
Derek's
Yeah.
like, I'm talking to my friends. Go away.
yeah.
Kid comes by with the chicken. The dog comes by with the empty dish.
He's
Yeah.
only 1 hour behind me.
But no.
Yeah, I'm only an hour behind Shane and Sam and you, Norm.
But it's pretty much an hour behind me, but it's not. But like I'm like the last of the Easter Standard Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're like Eastern time on a technicality.
Oh.
But the sun's gone.
Yeah. There's no sun here.
So, Derek,
I
you're,
can't get a tan.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
He's drinking the NW Root Beer Zero, so I saw that. That's a good one. Here's what I drink. I drink the it's gone. But I drink the Big K Zeros from
Those
Kroger.
aren't bad. Those aren't bad.
They're here it is. Root Beer Zero.
Yeah.
They're
I've had
they're
those.
$3.99 a 12-pack.
oh, can't go wrong. So, Derek, you're like me. You can't. Or I don't think you. I know we tried to talk you into going to Huntsville, but it's like your kid's birthday that time, and
Both of them.
and
Yeah.
it's a hike and a
second
half for
wife's
me. So that
birthday.
means it's like 3 hikes for you because you're way out there.
Yeah,
Um,
it's 26 hours of driving.
Yeah,
Well, we'll just have to pick you up at the airport.
yeah, we could do that. But
Mhm.
someday you gotta make it down there. But what are your thoughts on the Huntsville Ham Fest outside looking in? Does that look like something that you definitely want to go to or think of?
Oh yeah,
or-
I'm envious. I wouldn't mind it. It's just like you said, the biggest thing is it's a heave and a half for me.
Yeah.
Well, we'll pick you up at the airport. You just fly down. We'll pick you up. We can't get you back, but we'll get you there.
This time you
And getting
could.
there's half the battle. So
This time you could shack on Norm.
I'm like
Yeah,
an
what's
angel
that,
alley cat. I'll find my way home.
What's that Hamfest in Nevada? The Gemstone?
Quartz
The
Fest
Quartz Hike
Quartz
and
Fest,
or
yeah.
Quartz Fest in Arizona.
or Quartz, yeah, Quartz something.
Can you play Mystical Magic?
I don't have my music on. I'm BSing.
Shut the
I
door,
will here in a
please.
little bit, okay?
Shut the door, please.
Yeah.
No, you're at Course Fest. How far is that from you?
I
11
think
hours.
12 or 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
About
same.
the same as
Now,
20.
now the what is it? The one down in oh
Dayton.
shit, the one they had last July, or not last? Was it last July or the one before? The Zion one
Yeah, I don't know.
in St. George.
Oh, yeah. We need to go to St. George.
Yeah, yeah. If it wasn't in July, that'd be a huge plus. But it'd be hotter than hell.
Yeah, Derek, send the kids off to the in-laws. You and the wife come down, fly down to Huntsville. We'll pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it happen. You know, it's just got to take some planning or whatever. But we'll get it. And it'd
Logistical
be
hurdles
awesome.
for sure.
And we did talk. I think we looked at the map where it would be a little more of a stretch for Greg, but like if we met like in the
Dakotas.
Dakotas, like in the Badlands or something like that, that would almost be doable.
Yeah.
And
If
then
we
we
have
just
something to
got
look
the
at. It's better
four-wheeler.
than Nebraska.
Yeah. Oh, we can get Abe to join us too.
Yeah.
But that's that kind of goes back to what I was talking before, where I think the and he's gone. But a good idea for the future is more of these meetups and stuff like that, and with the
I'm not
the
listening to music.
YouTube community, people are everywhere, and Dayton's a long ways for a lot of people. Where's Hamcation? Is that Orlando? Or
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah,
yeah.
That's far away from everybody.
That's far away from everybody. Huntsville's far away from everybody. But if you could find like a couple of locations, and as we pointed out, it doesn't have to be an actual ham fest, just a nice state park or a large campground where, hey, on this date we're going to meet at this place that's kind of in this area, and just kind of do it.
Oh yeah.
Any of y'all been to Hamcation? No, I've never been to any ham fest except for the Huntsville Ham Fest.
Yeah, I think Shacking Off might be planning a hamcation next year. So,
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that. Dayton, that's Hamvention. I have no real interest in going to that because it's just, like I said, Huntsville's fun for me because of the camp out and stuff. And I don't think there's like
well, Shane, all you gotta do is drive 10 hours to my house. We can ride together and go another 13 hours south.
Yeah.
And then all we'll do is I'll take you 27 hours to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Only.
Easy as that.
Yeah, but Hamcation it's in Florida. Isn't there like a big area where people do camp out right at the site? Isn't there? I thought I saw a thing where there's a lot of parking and people will bring their RVs and campers and stuff.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to get.
What's the plan, Norm?
All right. Plan it.
Are you inviting people?
No, we're not fighting people.
So you guys might be going down there. Florida's just way too far for me, you guys. But
yeah. Derek, have you ever been to
would be the
Florida?
closest one for me, but I don't think there's like a,
Mm-mm.
you know, and it seems like most of the YouTubers and stuff they get Airbnbs and stuff or hotels. I'm not much of a hotel kind of guy, but if there was like a state park that was close to it that everybody said that's where they're going to, I'd probably do the same thing as Huntsville, is just go to that park and hang out there the whole time.
Oh yeah. We gotta start it. It's gotta be a new thing.
Yeah, find some place in the middle of the country. Just do it.
Yeah.
Boys, I'm getting ready to have to jump off here.
Yeah.
I'm working at a different store an hour away, so I gotta get masked up at 4:30 in the morning.
Boo. Boo. But
Wait, Todd. Well, what Greg had to say. What do you have to say, Derek?
That's not what
I
I
Just glad to be here.
still haven't seen you grab a chicken.
No.
for once.
I'm smart enough to know that's your next thumbnail.
Right?
touche.
It's gonna be called the chin versus the chicken.
What came first, the
What?
chicken or the chin?
All right. Yeah. I think we ran out of topics about an hour ago, so
Yeah. It's about
We can
time
call
to
it.
wander down.
My madness of entertainment.
yeah. Alrighty. Well, I got nothing else. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody that's still hanging out with us.
Well, thanks for letting me in late.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome.
I had nothing better to do. Let's find a place in Oklahoma or Kansas. I've never been to either one of those, so that would be
Nope.
fine by me.
Yeah.
Kansas is PTSD.
Why?
I've driven through there enough that it knew.
Okay.
Of course, no matter what, I'd have to drive through it to get to Oklahoma anyway.
Yeah. Oklahoma, you'll get all the the Texas conglomerate of YouTubers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Freddie Mac, isn't he from Oklahoma?
Yep.
So he'll be
Oh.
there. That's not too far of a drive for a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Not there, but center. Yeah. Somewhere in the middle of the country.
Yep.
Which one to watch? What's Kyle doing here?
Yeah.
No,
No.
You're gonna have to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And judge closely.
I was gonna say, I think Norma didn't reinstate the Shack ban.
Yeah.
And I think he just missed like an hour of this show talking about him.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. There's a central.
He wasn't
location.
playing tennis. He was playing what do they call it?
Sack.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Let's have our in the middle of the country ham radio camp out. Let's have it right in St. Louis, Missouri, and see what kind of excuse Kyle comes up with for not being able to make it there.
There you go.
Who was bringing balls tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're camping out under the arch.
Yeah.
We can do that, right?
Yeah, all you gotta do is, stink and wear some rags and stuff and act like you're homeless. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Camp out wherever, anytime.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not going to St. Louis until, the National Guard, comes through. Then I'll be safe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
I was putting down some biology.
Is that what it is? I thought
Yeah.
I thought 98.6 was a boy band.
I want you to know that. Sing it,
All
Greg.
right. All right. Well, anyone got anything else?
No, we're good.
All right.
We gotta do a boys band.
All right.
It's
Good
called
save.
98.6 degrees.
Yeah.
No.
I
Everybody,
love
thanks for
you.
watching.
I was gonna say we did
Yeah,
that,
go.
but you know the lead
It's in the key of
vocalist
A.
Sam's. I don't know if his camera's crapped out for you guys, but it is for me.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's just yours.
It's just yours.
That's you.
Greg, let's go just way I want it to be. This is why I write this. This is why I write the songs. 98.6 degrees. Here we go. I want that.
Well, we always,
I
we've been
need
working on
that.
that Kyle pop punk song for a long time.
Yeah.
How's that
Oh.
go? Simple plan.
Yeah, I can't sing that still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's coming.
All right.
Look forward to it on the Shacking Off channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. This
Like
has been
everybody
Mr.
say
Greg.
bye.
Gotta end.
Everybody say bye.
Bye.
So